you analyze it, when you really analyze it, I mean, what exactly did he offer? I mean, look at a typical trip to the plate for Babe Ruth. What happens? Takes a cut, hits a home run, trots his way around the base path like a big cow without a thought in his head. There's no trip around the bases. I'll show you trip around the bases, COBB style. It all starts with a few carefully chosen words to the opposing pitcher. Things like, "Hey, rag arm, that can't be your fastball. You sure you're not a left-hander?" You make him feel bad enough about one of his pitches, you can bet that's what he'll throw you next time. Then you decide which way you're gonna hit it. If there's a man on, you wanna pull, hit it behind him. So you bring that left down, swing away. If he's fast, and this guy's not, or you wouldn't goad him into throwing you the fastball in the first place. Bring that right hand up, punch it the other way. Either way, you hit a liner. Not some lazy fly ball that flops into the stands someplace. No, you hit a bullet. You sizzle it past the pitcher's ear. Terrify the man. Make him forget all about winning. Make him glad just to be alive. Even though you got a base hit, you run to first like you're legging out a triple. Just the sight of speed can demoralize the other team. If you're fast with your body, it stands to reason you're fast with your mind, or you'd slow down and not get hurt. Once you're on first, you start to systematically destroy the pitcher's mind. It's not hard. If he had much of a mind, he wouldn't be a pitcher. Hell, Babe himself was a pitcher to begin with, and I hit 326 off him. Take a lead off first, big lead, so he'll throw over. And he does. And you dive back and you just make it. And all the rubes in the stands think he got the best of that one. But he didn't. You saw his best move. You measured him. You can predict him now. When he does that little thing, whatever it is, that tiny, unconscious gesture that means he's going home and not to first, take off. Use the best speed in the league, tearing for second base. And that catcher sees you go, and his heart turns to a cinder, because he knows you already got the base stole on the pitcher's move, but he knows he's got to throw it anyway so as not to look like a coward. No mercy for cowards! So he throws the second, and that ball's coming in from home, and I'm screaming in from first, and sometimes I really am screaming, "Woo!" And that second baseman, he sees me coming. He knows everything there is to know about my spikes. I sharpen my spikes on the dugout steps for all to see. That's the legend, and I like it. He's got to get that throw, but he's got to watch out for my spikes. I'll cut him to pieces. I've done it before. Throws low. He jumps away too soon. Ball goes into center field, and I head for third. That center fielder knows who I am. He's playing shallow. He's got to play on me at third. All he has to do is throw it on the money and I'll be out. I will be too. He's got a good arm. So I look at the third baseman. I look at his eyes. He's getting ready. He sees me coming. He looks at the ball. He watches the ball, and I watch his eyes, and I line my body up with his eyes so that when that ball comes, it'll never get to him. It'll hit me in the back. It'll hit me, and I'll get my base. The base paths belong to me. They belong to me. They are mine. Safe at third, on a single, but not home yet. I look at the pitcher. His face looks like the bottom of a metal bucket. He's not thinking anything anymore. He's not feeling either. I'm just doing things to him. On the very next pitch, I take a long walking lead off third. When the pitcher goes home, so do I. There is no pleasure on earth like stealing home. My wedding night was nothing compared to stealing home. It's just you, the ball, and the catcher. You can't beat the ball home. If it's a decent pitch at all, you can't beat it to the plate. You got to force your way in. It's the catcher or you. That's what it is. If he drops it, if he doesn't, you got to force your way in. You got to need to win. You got to do anything. You got to hit him. You got to bruise him. You got to break his arm, his leg, his ribs. You got to cut him. You got to spike him. You got to smell his blood. You got to score. Stealing home. The most audacious move in baseball. The complete destruction of the opposing team's ability to protect itself, and nobody did it better than me. Now that is a trip around the bases. You can bet Babe Ruth never took that trip. I was the quickest, meanest, smartest, fiercest, best to ever play the game. You just remember.